Here we go.
You gotta turn around?
The
You ready?
four of you.
Yeah.
What am
ready?
I saying?
You're saying nothing. We're just, that's the truth. You ready?
No, go, hey, Mama, and I'll say, what? And then do it, okay?
You ready? Hey, Mama.
What?
This is Auntie Judy.
How are ya?
This is Deirdre.
Hey, and we're in the soaring line. But when we're not watching Mama run out of the soaring fast line, we go geeking on Walt Disney World with Kurt and the whole geeking family.
Okay, go.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geeking on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Hey, Disney World geeks. This week, I review a long-awaited Disney World trip with our patron saint of the podcast, Kevin Curtis Allen, on episode 317 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your Geekin' Family Podfather, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast, also featuring Mama, Auntie Judy, soul sister Holly, and cousins Jen and EJ. And our Geekin' family will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions, as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. I'm so excited you're here with us listening to our show. Geeky Disney people are awesome, and we consider you family, part of our Geekin' family. Join us every Monday as we share travel tips, resort reviews, and lots of food talk through our live trip reports, interviews with our Geekin' family members about their trips, and special guest roundtables on fun Disney World topics from Geekin' family members all around the world. And we take pride in the awesome and positive community in our Geekin' family, so come join us to share in our love for Walt Disney World and each other. And I bet you'll learn something to try on your next vacation. And your vacation is important. Rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, time with the family. I believe so much you need to make your vacation time a priority in your life. The number one tip we hear from our Geekin' family super geeks is that you need to plan before you go to Disney World. You just can't wing it. And are you on a quest to conquer Disney World? Well, when you're up against Disney World, you need the Force, like Luke Skywalker used to conquer the dark side. Disney World has villains like Darth Vader too. They got crowds and complicated choices. Hey, every hero needs a guide. Luke had Obi-Wan and Yoda. You got Mama, Judy, Jennifer, EJ, and me. We'd love to be your guides. We help people book and plan Disney trips. We're Disney travel experts, and we're independent travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Fairy Tale Concierge is an authorized Disney vacation planner agency, and just recently, we're platinum, baby. That's right, we're a platinum Disney vacation planner agency now. That's the highest you can be as an authorized Disney vacation planner. Well, let our team explain it all to you and help you create a great plan with fast passes, dining reservations, and tips on the best rooms and resorts in Disney World. Hey, geeks, it's been 7 years that he's been waiting. 5 years listening to this Disney World podcast and all kinds of podcasts, but our good friend and patron saint, Kevin Curtis Allen, he went for 2 weeks with his wife, Deborah, to Disney World. And I got up early on a Sunday morning to review Kevin's trip report, and I believe this is the longest trip report I've ever recorded. Yeah, I'm going to do this and release it in 2 parts. So here's the highlights from part 1. We review all the stuff and the goodies that Kevin brought down to G3. We had a fun first geek meet. Before I even got down there, he was spotted on the Haunted Mansion, so he tells that story. He stayed at the Saratoga Springs, Kidani, and then back over to Saratoga Springs again. And this trip was over a 2-week time frame. The first thing they do, Deborah and him, they go shopping down at the Disney outlets. And they They talk about also getting around Saratoga Springs. It's a big resort. It's really close to Disney Springs too. He's a great planner, and he talks about his dining plan strategy with the split stay. At the Kidani, they have a 1-bedroom safari view. It gives a great description of the room. Then we start talking about the geek meets, including the first one that I was at, and the first time I got to meet Kevin was at the Wine Bar George down at Disney Springs. That was so much fun. It's such a great place, the Wine Bar George. He also talks about the first geek meet, which I was not at the Bay Lake Tower at the top of the World Lounge. We laugh about the buttons he was handing out, the I Met Kevin First buttons, which was hysterical for me to see that he explains that story, where he got them. Also, our Be Our Guest breakfast. Glenn was there, Kevin. You made a mistake. He often makes this mistake. Maybe that's why he calls himself the village idiot sometimes. Well, it's Thanksgiving week here in the U.S., and we have so many things to be thankful for. I'm thankful for the friends I have met in the Geekin family. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And after all, it's all about family. Let's go to Disney World with Kevin, Curtis, Alan, and Deborah and see what it's like to spend some time with the Geekin family. Well, it's fun planning a Disney World vacation and a big event as a part of your podcast. But I was really looking forward to all these trip reports that were going to happen, and none fewer than this one I'm about to do. I am so excited to have this gentleman on my podcast for the last 5 years. So excited. He's got a proper trip report to do now. He hasn't been to Disney World in 7 years, and now he's been such a fun friend for so many years, and I'm so excited that we were in Disney World together and I get to do his trip report solo here. So let's bring him on. He takes great videos of his wife on Slinky Dog, and I can attest to that. I loved seeing all the pictures and videos and the expressions of his wife, Deborah, on the attractions. He held 50 plus geeks hostage and made them try Jammy Dodgers. I'm so glad it wasn't Marmite. He makes the most of PhotoPass by sucking in his stomach, and I can attest to that because now I am on a diet plan because of that picture, the one I'm thinking of where we compared bellies. Well, he's one of our most beloved characters and super geeks. I know he has one super fan at least, and we're going to talk about that. And to all those other Disney podcasters, let me give you this right now. I found him first. He's all mine. He's our patron saint and village idiot all at the same time. Please give a warm Geekin family welcome to Kevin Curtis Allen. Hey, Kev.
Hi, geeks. How's it going?
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good, my friend, good.
I think we can call ourselves friends now.
Stay warm.
I think we can call ourselves proper friends now.
Yeah, it was good to what they call press flesh, wasn't it? To finally meet in the flesh.
Yes, it was. To meet your wife, your lovely wife, and our wives meeting, and our friend Ken and Judy. We had some personal good times together, but we also spent some time with, I think it's more like 60 plus friends.
Yeah, there was a lot of us, wasn't there? It was certainly difficult to count. We took over the Mexican pavilion, didn't we?
We sure did. And I got to break down your 3 fun facts here, which is really from this recent trip. And the videos of you and your wife. I remember when we first started talking, you got almost into a divorce situation by bringing her on one of the coasters accidentally. So she was okay with going on Slinky Dog?
Yeah, I showed her some videos of Slinky Dog, but the one you're talking about was Tower of Terror.
Oh, that's right.
We went on that on our honeymoon 25 years ago. She's not been anywhere near it since. She didn't even want to walk past it this time, let alone go on it.
Bad memories from that one. But her face, like you said, the video you did on Slinky Dog, her face looks a little bit apprehensive at first, but then it breaks out into some smiles too.
Yeah, she enjoyed that. I managed to video that with her old phone, which I managed to drop on the floor and break.
Yes.
I managed to do videos on 2 roller coasters with it, no problem.
We were just saying before we hit the recording that everything went next to perfect on this trip, but I forgot about the broken phone.
Yeah, it's only a cracked screen on an old iPhone, so it's no big drama.
Absolutely. Let's see, Kev. Where do we? The 50 Geeks hostage. Yes, Jammy. Why did you think? I thought Jammy Dodgers were outstanding. I'm almost all out of Jammy Dodgers and Quality Street chocolates, and some of the other geeks gave me some tasty cakes that came from Rob Maderi, and I'm starting to feel a little depressed. My loot is starting to dwindle down already.
Yeah, we had some tasty cakes, some beef jerky, and some sauce somebody gave us. We ate the beef jerky before we left the air. Actually, in the airport, waiting for the flight.
Did Jamie Givens give you that?
Yeah, Jamie gave me that. Yeah,
me too.
And, she gave me some those nut things.
Yeah, pecans.
You had them as well. Yeah.
Yeah, pralines.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, praline. They were nice.
Yeah,
that was pralines, lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, it represented.
I haven't tried anything.
It represented
praline and tuna.
Oh yeah, it represented like her home in Georgia. Some treats from there. So that was everything handed out was given with a little dash of love, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, I got a bit carried away with all that Jammy Dodgers and what have you. As most of you know, I work in a supermarket, and every time something different went on offer, I was going, I'll just collect a couple of boxes of those for me, and one a bar of chocolate here. Then Katie Maderi said she liked Bourneville dark chocolate, so that was on offer, so I got a big bar of that. And then when we went to pack our suitcases to leave for the US, one of them was pretty much just all stuff from here. Jammy Dodgers, Jaffa cakes, Tunnock's tea cakes, banana toffee, Cadbury's chocolate, Quality Street,
magnet bottle opener, magnet bottle openers.
Bottle openers. Yeah, magnet bottle openers. Yeah, I bought 22. If you didn't get a magnet bottle opener, I don't know who I missed out. I couldn't have missed many people.
Well, it was very generous of you, and you had promised anyone who booked with our travel agents, the Travel and Tierras, or even Jen and EJ, that you would bring a goodie bag. Were you able to get those out to everybody?
I was handing out goodie bags. Some of them, I don't even know whether they were part of the Geeking podcast or not. I was handing them out. I got a feeling,
that's funny.
I got a feeling some people that weren't even in the geek meet were getting Jammy Dodgers. So, but if I didn't give you your goodie bag, I apologise, but I did my best to hand it out everywhere I could.
I understand.
I think all the people that booked got a bottle opener and some Jammy Dodgers or something like that.
No doubt.
So I did follow through on my promise.
Yes, and did you bring some stuff home from Disney World?
I brought a couple of mugs home and a couple of bits and pieces, but my wife brought home half of the candy from the Halloween party.
Oh, nice.
Half a suitcase full of that, yeah. And she had some nice Pandora and a couple of what we call handbags. But I didn't buy an awful lot. I had a couple of mugs.
Yeah.
And brought home a lot of memories. That's the main thing I brought home with me.
Absolutely. Let's talk about.
Fabulous.
You're such a great storyteller, so I'm so excited to get into some of the stories. I'm going to start off with one that I had fun with, and this was probably the hardest week at work for me because you got there a week before me, and there were some other geeks showing up earlier before me. But one of my fun stories that came through the private Facebook group, I think, is where I first heard it. Is you were on the Haunted Mansion at one point.
Jenna.
Yeah, Jenna.
And Matt.
Tell that story because I thought that was cute.
Right. Well, we were going to meet up with Deirdre on the 21st for the Halloween party. So we met up with Deirdre, giving her a bit of background. So the three of us were going round, and we went and had a photograph taken in front of the castle, and they set us up. We'd met 5 minutes previous to this, and they got the two ladies holding hands, and I was in between them, which is a little uncomfortable. We'd only met 5 minutes before, but it was one of these special shots where they put the ghosts in afterwards dancing around you. Yeah. But when we received the photo, it didn't have that on it for about 2 days, so that felt a bit weird. Yeah. And then we went to the Haunted Mansion to do the Haunted Mansion, and we were just getting off the dune buggies, and this woman come up screaming to me, "Oh, are you Kevin Curtis Allen?" So I went, "Yeah." "Hi, I'm Jenna. I listen I listened to the podcast. I know you from the podcast. I recognised your voice. You were in the dune buggy in front of us.
That is amazing.
Unbelievable. Isn't it? Unbelievable.
You became...
And Deirdre sort of looked at me and Deirdre and Deborah looked at me and say, you know, what you set this up or something. But yeah, it was amazing. So she said, I just want to say hello, and was going off. I said, no, you don't get away that easy.
Yeah. Did you get a pic?
I grabbed her. We had a selfie, and obviously within, I would say, 15 seconds of that, I'd messaged it to you with a message, hadn't I?
I mean, that was a great kickoff for me to see that even, I told you you're famous. That's cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize Jenna, but we learned later that she's a coworker of Rob Madeary.
That's right. Yeah.
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 So
small world.
Small world. Yes.
It wasn't on a small world. It was on Haunted Mansion, but it is a small world.
Absolutely, dude. All right, let's go into some of my format questions, because let's do a proper trip report with Kevin, and let's talk. What's really exciting too is how this all. I mean, you've been planning this for a really long time. Let's talk about the resorts that you stayed in. So where'd you stay? You were there for 2 weeks. Let's get that out of the way. And it was just you and your wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just me and Deborah came over. The original plan was to come over and stay somewhere like Port Orleans for a couple of weeks and then do a cruise. But this is going back to sort of 2016.
Okay.
When we were, because it's our 25th wedding anniversary. So I was looking at this date for maybe 3, maybe even 4 years.
Right.
We found out about sort of DVC resale. And I bought the DVC, and we know that story.
Yep.
So basically, our home resort is Saratoga Springs. So I booked all 15 nights at Saratoga Springs.
Yep.
But I booked 7 nights and then 2 lots of 4 nights to try and get 4 nights at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Right.
I really would have liked the last 4 nights, but because it was over Halloween, I couldn't get the 31st.
Yep.
But this really, funnily enough, the move-in turned into be a benefit, really, because we arrived at Saratoga Springs on the Thursday. Very well. Our bodies arrived on the Thursday evening. Our minds and brains arrived 2 days later.
It takes quite a while to get there from the Isle of Wight, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, on the way over, everything went, we went up the day before and stayed in a hotel because we were worried about weather being awkward and the boats being awkward. Yeah. And funnily enough, there was a problem with one of the boats, and our ferry off the island was delayed by a little bit when we had a big delay coming back with the ferries. But so it all went perfectly well. But the trouble is, it's still a 16-hour day or more.
Yeah. What's the flight? What's the flight alone?
The flight alone's 9.5 hours.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, but what'd you think of Saratoga Springs once you got there?
Well, I tell you what, we got off the flight, we went through and got on Magical Express, and we stopped to talk to the lady at the Magical Express desk, and then we walked straight onto a bus, and the bus pulled away as soon as we sat down.
Nice.
And it just all flowed like that. We got to Saratoga Springs, we went into check-in, and because we're not getting there until it was dark, about 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah, local time.
Local time, yeah. We went over. There was nobody in the lobby, so people waiting to check us in. So we went in to check in.
Nice.
When they got our magic bands, didn't they? They checked us in. They said, "Oh, you're in this room number. We'll get your bags, and we'll take you around in like the golf carts."
Oh, nice.
So we went round in. So they loaded all our bags onto our golf cart. We got our groceries. We did an order from Garden Grocer.
Okay.
Now, here's a thing for you geeks to think. They charge you $6 to receive a order from Garden Grocer.
Okay.
Now, Garden Grocer's one of Disney's approved
vendors or whatever. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
they're not.
They are.
Oh, they are. Okay.
They are.
Yeah.
So like Amazon isn't.
Okay.
But so I was under the impression if I ordered from them, I wouldn't get charged, but I did get charged $6, which they actually refunded me because I said, well, I mean, it's a more expensive way of ordering stuff in. We only got stuff like water, some milk, some cereals, and some waffles for when my maple syrup arrived from Connecticut, and
Did I get
bits and pieces?
Did it arrive from Connecticut?
Yes, it did.
Oh.
2 bottles, as asked for. The small one which she used while we were there, and the big one that she brought home. So yeah, Judy done well there.
All right.
But that was because she was after a quality street.
there was a transaction involved there. Yeah.
It was an exchange.
Nice.
So so all that was there. They on the trolley straight round. We went to the room and we went in the room, and they're all being refitted as of now, and they're starting on the preferred rooms first.
Wow, it's not that old of a resort, really, too.
No, 2005, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, 2004, 2005. Yeah, they refitted it, didn't they?
Wow.
They rebuilt the resort. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot, but like the soft furnishings, the sofas and stuff, they're all going to redo.
Yeah.
The room was perfect. I thought it was brilliant.
Nice.
And obviously, at night, we looked out on the balcony, thought, oh, you can see a bit of a lake and what have you, that's fine. And we settled in, put all our stuff away, went down to the quick service, and had something to eat. Well, that was the first time I had that lobster roll at the quick service. And I sent you a picture of that, didn't I?
Absolutely. What'd you think of the lobster roll?
I thought it was really good. I don't think I've had a lobster roll before, but I had one that night.
Yep.
And then we got up the next day, and I opened up the window, and we're right in front of our room is the lake, and then they've got, like, I call it a geyser, but you call it a fountain, shooting water up into the air.
Yeah.
It was just a brilliant view, you know.
Yeah.
This isn't a preferred room or anything. This is just a standard room in the paddocks.
Yep.
So you walk round one lake, over a bridge, round another lake, and past the pool, and you're at the...
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a walk, but I didn't think it was that too far.
Yeah, well, stepping way ahead, when you were leaving, we had the opportunity to come over and share lunch, and that was the first time I was ever on that property, Kevin. So I think you knew that, because both Mom and I and Judy, we were like, this is really nice. And we went, into the main lobby there, that kind of, and where the food court or food place was. And I was really impressed, It's a beautiful luxury resort, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind walking, and
it's big. It's big.
Yeah, that really, we just took the resort out. We just bundled Saratoga Springs and Disney Springs in as one massive resort.
Yeah,
because then you just it's like having food and wine on your doorstep if you use Disney Springs like that.
Yeah, especially with all the improvements with Disney Springs, and I understand you brought a shopper with you too.
Oh yes. So on the Friday we got up and we got an Uber to the outlets.
Yeah.
On iDrive, which is where we used to stay before we stayed on site. Before I made the mistake of letting Deborah stay on site and
force you to buy DVC.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, hopefully that's make things a lot easier. But so we went out and went to that was the longest wait we had the whole holiday. We waited 45 minutes to get into the Disney outlet.
Wow, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, there was a big queue to get in, and then I thought, well, that's because we were here early. But we got in, and then just after we got in, they closed the queue off, and they're only letting, I don't know, 100 people in the shop at a time or whatever.
Oh wow.
I picked up a Haunted Mansion mug for about $6, and I picked up a couple of Jack Skellington T-shirts for my son, and some bits and pieces, but not an awful lot.
Okay.
Then Deborah went round all the other shops, and then we caught there's a thing called an iTrolley, which is a trolley bus that goes up International Drive. So we caught that outside, and we went all the way up International Drive to the other outlet, which meant we went past all the hotels we stayed in before, and we saw the Orlando Eye, and we saw the new Endless Summer Resort that Universal have opened.
Okay.
You know there's other theme parks in Orlando, don't you?
I
know you don't. I know you don't.
I don't pay much attention to them lately.
But yeah, so we went up there and we did a bit more shopping. And I picked up 2 baseball caps for my friends' boys for 99 cents.
Wow.
Pandora baseball caps.
Wow.
Not 99 cents each. So that was ideal because I got a friend of mine's got a couple of young boys. So I wanted to take him something back. He was keeping an eye on the house for me while I was away.
Oh, okay, nice.
Well, an eye on my 2 boys in the house, should I say? Any disasters? Which there wasn't.
Well, I know they were calling all the time, and we were staying.
They were
Staying close on what?
missing.
Yeah, they were missing
They
you.
were missing their dad. They were missing their dad. or missing my bank book, I think.
Yeah,
Missing.
I know. Every time the bank balance got low, they gave us a call.
Yeah.
So you were in a let's get back to the room, and you were doing a standard, basically a hotel room at the Saratoga, right? Studio, yeah, which is
standard studio. Yeah.
good size. You were pleased with the size of it?
Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's been the biggest room we've had, I think. Ever.
Nice. You're happy with your decision then?
I to be honest with you, I think that the decision to go for DVC's paying for itself. Deborah's sitting here smiling and got thumbs up, which is you know unusual for her. But the other thing we done the next day next or that day, I think it was the next evening. We met up with Mandy Ray Molonowski.
Yeah.
Who was also just finishing up her vacation at Saratoga Springs.
The Geek Meek started. The Geek Meek started right away, didn't they?
So I met Mandy Ray and AJ, a little daughter, and Cam and her husband Chris. Well, we went into the community hall, which obviously we wouldn't perhaps have gone into. We're not gone to meet Mandy Ray, and they do a lot for little kids in there.
Oh, cool!
Activity.
Yeah,
she was painting a hedgehog, I think.
Yeah.
The little one was, and Cam was playing on the in the arcade, playing on the arcade with his dad. Yeah, it was nice because we wouldn't have gone in there had we not have met Mandy Ray there.
Right, and you got a taste of the Geek Meets to come, didn't you? Too. The familiarity, because you guys conversed on DVC together. You still have a Facebook Messenger group that you share your experience of purchasing, and that she does, and some other folks that when they come into our group, if they're interested, Kevin's kind of been the resident expert on this topic in terms of buying, whether it's resale or whatever.
What I try to do is if people show an interest in DVC, I try to put them into that group because people like Heather, Mandy Ray, Margita, people like that are so helpful, and it just gives them somewhere safe to go and ask questions and not feel that they're getting the wrong information, or other people that aren't interested in that type of thing don't really know. So it's a safe place to go and ask questions. Really, now it's sort of just changed into that. So I'll keep that going because hopefully, over the years there'll be 1 or 2 geeks that will buy into DVC as their obsession gets more and more.
Well, it really made. I know it really. We won't get into this too much, but it really made sense for you coming from the UK and going every other year, possibly too. So,
I think we're just about perfect with what we purchased, sort of points wise. And I think people that say should they buy resale or should they buy direct and all this sort of stuff. I think what you need to do. Deborah's putting a photo because he knows what I'm going to say. What you do is you buy resale and then you just bribe a podcaster to take you up to the DVC lounge, which is the biggest thing you move out on. That's his
strategy. That's it. I'm glad to be used. I'm glad to be used.
The thing that I must stress with Mandy Ray, she was very, very helpful. But what she also did was she showed us how to get to Disney Springs, the other end.
There you go.
Because
it's good to have friends.
You can walk out and walk round the golf course, and you come out at Cirque du Soleil end of Disney Springs. Yeah. But you can walk the other end and come out by the art store in Disney. So you can do one big circle. You can go end, or the other end, and
cool.
The end up by the lobby and the restaurant, you can get the boat down to Disney Springs as well. Right. Because yourself, a couple of evenings, I just grabbed the bus back to Disney Springs, then just walk through Disney Springs, straight onto the boat and back to the resort. Yeah. Rather than waiting for one for Saratoga, or having to go from, because I did that when I was at your resort. Right. Because you can't go resort to resort, but you can go from resort to Disney Springs, and then it's only a 10-minute walk from Disney Springs to Saratoga, or 5-minute boat ride, Awesome. So it's not an issue. So that's why I think we really liked that location, Saratoga.
Let's ask.
Because it had.
I want to ask you too about the transfer over to Kidani. You went to right next.
Yeah, those transfers. It's just easy, isn't it? We were going early into Animal Kingdom the day we transferred.
All right.
And what we did, we just phoned up real early. I mean, about 6 a.m, I think, and they collected our cases.
Yep.
And our bags, and all we took was Deborah took a rucksack that day, and she didn't normally.
Yep.
And it was just as smooth as that, And then when we finished in the parks, we just went back to. We did go to
perfect
Animal
transition.
Kingdom Lodge Jumbo House a bit early.
Yep.
And our room was ready early, so from that point of view, it was perfect. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Kidani. So you had a little transfer to another. This is a great premium resort here. We're transferring over to. You're living the high life, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah. We went into the Kidani lobby, and Deborah sort of walked in there, and it's dark, isn't it? And it's small, the Kidani lobby.
Yeah.
It's about,
not much of anything.
Size.
Yeah, it's not much of anything.
Deborah sort of looked around, and she went, "Lucky." And then they're actually doing some work there, so there's scaffolding over the front of the building.
Okay.
Or at the back where the
safari
animals are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the safari is. There was all scaffolding up there. So you really couldn't see out, and it made it even darker in there because they have to put webbing round scaffolding.
Yeah.
So it cut even more light out. So I went up to the desk and checked in, spoke to the girl. They were lovely. And I'm not saying this is guaranteed, but we had a handful of snacks and a couple of quick service plans still left.
Yep.
And the girl said, "That's all right. You're on a dining plan. We'll just move that over for you."
Oh.
So I don't know whether that's because when I said to Margita about it, she sort of didn't think that was doable, but it certainly worked for me.
Yeah. So
we did it twice.
Yeah. So your meal plan was based on one stay, and then it starts over again with the next day. Yeah. But you transferred over. That's cool.
The other thing I did with a meal plan was we paid for quick service for the first 7 days, and then because we planned to do a meal with Boma in breakfast, and then I wanted to go to Ohana.
Yep.
We planned that Ohana
with us
meal,
and
I was adamant to do that.
All right.
So that would have been two sit-down meals we'd have paid for out of pocket. Then Deborah said, "Well, I'd like to go back to 1900 Park Fair."
Yeah.
So I decided those 4 nights we did it all over that weekend.
Nice move.
Sit down.
Yeah.
We could have the sit-down the regular dining plan.
Cool advice here. We've not even heard this, I don't think, on the podcast, but this is great advice.
It's a different booking. It's
totally separate. Yeah.
Booking. You can have that package at all, or you can have the whatever you wanted. So we had that one.
Yep.
And then when we went back to Saratoga, we went back to quick service.
Yeah. Nice move.
I thought that was quite good because otherwise, table service for 15 nights, we'd have probably had some table services left over. Deborah would have had a heart attack as I'm dropping tips every table service.
Yeah, right.
Because obviously we don't do that in the UK.
Oh, yeah, there's a cultural difference.
Yeah, big culture. I mean, we went to Boma and when we went to Ohana, we're dropping sort of 20%. That's quite a big lump of cash. It doesn't bother me, but it's culturally not the done thing in the UK.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm learning, Kevin? As I trained you well over 5 years, haven't I?
Yeah.
I'll take all the credit.
Yeah. But we checked in, so the state of mind at the moment, Deborah's looking at me in Kidani, and I'll just say, I preferred Saratoga. And I'm going, you have got to be kidding me. Do you know how many points this room's got? And we haven't got to the room yet.
Oh, you were in a 1-bedroom too, weren't you? In a 1-bedroom too.
I booked a 1-bedroom safari view.
Nice.
Right? And that's big points.
Right.
So I'm like, okay.
Oh, you haven't been in the room yet, though.
No, not got to the room yet.
Yeah.
So Rob Madeiri and I had been talking about it, and we did a room request on
touring plans. Okay.
And the room I requested was next door to where Rob had stayed previously. He showed me his photograph.
All right.
And he stayed in a studio. Well, they sort of go studio, 1-bedroom in some blocks, and then depending on what floor you're on. I'm looking at the touring plans. So obviously they combine a studio and a 1-bedroom to make a 2-bedroom. They call it lock-offs, don't they?
Yeah.
So so I could basically request the one next door, which would have been about in the 26 range.
All right.
I think it was, or 16, something like that.
Yeah.
We were 56.
Ah.
So but there's 86 rooms to a level.
Okay.
So we're 2/3 of the way round the horseshoe of the.
Yeah. It's a big horseshoe.
So we go up then. We haven't got any of our cases or anything. We go to walk to the room. We walk in and we walk down these corridors because they're narrow, dark corridors. And Deborah's looking at me. And we're walking and we're walking. And we're walking. I even done a time lapse video of it one day on the way back for a bit of a leg chuck. And it just feels like you were walking forever. It's really nowhere near as far away from the lobby as Saratoga was.
Sure.
But because you're inside,
it does. I know. That's a great perspective. I did my coffee walks in there, and it's
a
forever.
5-minute walk from the not the lobby, from the lift to our door took 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's quite a walk.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
The lobby at Saratoga to our first room was a lot longer than 5 minutes.
Great perspective.
Because it was outside.
Yeah.
There was a swimming pool. Then there was another lake.
Yep.
It's over a lake.
Yeah, it's monotonous walking through the halls of a resort.
Not just a hall with same doors either side.
Yeah, great point. Great point.
So we got to there. I touched me magic band, and in we went. And then, wow, what a room!
Yeah.
I mean, that 1-bedroom is just. It's obscene to have that for 2 people, really. It just
luxurious, I know. And you had the safari right out your window too.
I mean, we walked in the living room diner. I don't know what you call it, kitchen diner, living room diner, or whatever. That first room.
Yeah.
That was bigger than our first house.
I know. I've had the same perspective when I'm thinking of even any of the places. Like our first stay was at the Bay Lake Tower 2-bedroom, and I know I've stayed at the Old Key West 2-bedroom. I was like, yeah, I could live here. This would work. I could do this. I could throw in everything and just move right in.
Then we went into the bedroom, and the bed wasn't. I mean, we're not used to a small bed here. We've got a king size bed here, so we've got a 5-foot bed.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have been a super king.
Yeah. You get lost in there.
Well, yeah, we it was huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely enormous, this bed was.
Yeah, the way they lay out the master bed and the bath, you've got the tub that's a hot tub kind of thing, right? It's a cool layout.
I haven't got the bathroom yet. I haven't even opened the bathroom door.
Right.
We spent 10 minutes trying to find light switches and what switch was on. And I've got to be honest, I left there and I think I didn't manage to switch one of the lights off all the time I was out. I couldn't find the switch.
We still haven't learned the room yet. We've been there for 4 nights.
Yeah, we opened up the bathroom, and I'd say the bathroom was about the size of our first bedroom in our first house.
Nice.
It's
great.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people have drowned in those jacuzzi tubs because they're huge, aren't they?
What a way to go!
Yeah, and then there's that big double size, what I call a double shower.
And you got
it's like a double unit.
You got a double balcony too, right? Because it goes from the bedroom to the living room, doesn't it?
Yeah, we had the double balcony out there
to watch
we go out on the balcony now. So then Deborah's going, "Oh, this is amazing! I can't believe this room." I'm going,
she didn't.
Unbelievable.
She didn't know it was a 1-bedroom with the living room and kitchen and everything.
Well, we looked at it on videos and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's still different to be there in person.
Yeah. Nice.
So,
love it.
Well, we go around and I'm going, wow, this is the only criticism I've got of the Saratoga Springs Resort or the Saratoga Springs Studio. On one side of the bed, which obviously happened to be Deborah's side of the bed, there's a bedside cabinet with a drawer and a plug.
All right.
No, when they refit it, they're going to put USBs in there.
Yeah, right.
Fine.
Yeah.
On the other side of the bed, there's not a shelf or a locker or anything, and you're quite close to the wall. Well, there's enough space to get down there, but there's no shelf there.
Yeah.
I mean, we all take our watches and our phones to bed with us and put them on the side of the bed.
Yeah.
I ended up getting one of the dustbins from underneath the sink, turning it upside down and putting my watch and my phone on that at night.
Yeah, I had a weird experience with that too at Pop. The bed, I was in the pull-out bed, like the couch bed thing, and the bed was already out, but it was like in a box, and I had to reach around this box to get to so I could put my phone and honestly, I forgot to do it one night. I was without a charge, I think. Yeah, they don't think of that kind of thing. So maybe now when they're modernizing it.
When we stayed, even the hotel that we stayed in before the flight, the Premier Inns we stay in a lot over here, they have a little tiny shelf. Literally, you can get an iPhone on it and your watch charger, and that's it. But that's enough. That's not all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
You know, it's something maybe 6 inches by 4 inches would be plenty big. So that's the only negative I've got about the room in Saratoga, the first one. It's fantastic.
Let's move.
We went out on
the balcony.
We went out onto the balcony, and literally we walked out onto the balcony, and there's 3 giraffes
right
directly in front of our room.
They're adorable.
Feeding on the feeder there.
Yeah.
And then Deborah goes on FaceTime to our boy, to Jared, and I'm on Facebook Live or video in it.
Right.
I remember one or the other, and I was just blown away. It just made me. Nearly every day we see giraffes there, and I've been looking through some of my videos and photographs. We had wildebeest giraffes. We had Sakuti cattle. I can't never pronounce it. It's Sakuti.
Yeah.
Zebras we had out there. We had emus. We had ostrich. We had out there, not emus. Ostrich. Yeah, emus are Australian, aren't they? Yeah.
Right.
We had ostrich out there. We had loads of storks, loads of birds and animals all the time. It would be like a shift pattern, as if they, going out on a shift.
It's like someone's over there. It's like a cast member's over there. Okay, it's your turn to go now. Let's go past Kevin Curtis Allen's room.
Yeah, there's 2 feed stations. There's a feed station for the cattle there.
Yeah, right.
And a feed station for the giraffes.
Yeah.
So the room was just perfectly positioned to
Okay.
see these 2 feed stations. So it was absolutely unbelievable. And as I just said to you before we started recording, I'm going through 3,800 photos and videos that I set one of those wild camera traps up.
Oh, yeah.
I set it up, I strapped it to the balcony, and I set that up and left that running for the 4 days I was there.
So
and I looked at it,
it was
3,800. It takes one photograph when it's triggered, and then it takes I've set it to take a 10-minute video. So if there's 3,800, half of those are photos, half of those are 10-minute videos. So I've got a lot of editing to do.
My gosh, I know. You told me about that. It was capturing movement and taking pictures when you weren't even in the room. That's really cool. Great idea. I love it. All right, Kevin. I think we've covered a resort enough for you. I want to talk about. Let's talk about food and definitely.
Didn't have any of that.
I think the food. I was thinking about the food for you was really more maybe about the people that we enjoyed our food with too. I want to start off with the first time we met at Wine Bar George. And so we'll combine our lounges with our meals, at least the ones I know about.
What you mean, where you left without paying your bill?
Now listen, I want this. I'm taking this to court, and I've got evidence that disputes what you say.
Apparently, Kurt's got to the level of fame where he feels he doesn't need to pay any bills now. To be fair, it had been settled, but
somebody paid for it before. The manager got it wrong. Did the manager think I didn't pay too?
The manager come up and said, "Oh, your friend hasn't settled is Bill? And I said, oh, yeah, okay, no worries. What was it, I'll sort it out, no problem. And then someone said, no, such a person paid for it. And I said,
Yeah.
well, I don't know, whatever. It wasn't like it was a lot of money.
It was one beer.
Yeah, I got your back, don't worry.
It was one.
I got your back. We weren't going to have to go down to the Sheriff County Station and report you to the Disney police. Put a wanted poster out.
Well, in my defense, when I was about to leave, don't forget, I got up at 2:00 in the morning. This was the last of the events. That was my first day. And I had one beer, and I said to Wendy and Deirdre, I'm going to leave. Let me drop, a few dollars for my beer. And they're like, no. They said, I think to me, they thought Rob had already paid for it. I think.
Yeah, I didn't want to quote who it was that paid for it, but somebody did.
I think Rob did.
Yeah.
And so, I felt a little guilty not throwing down a 20 for my $11, $12 beer, but then it was fun. It was fun that you teased me afterwards. It was funny that was
one of those things, isn't it?
I didn't know it was controversial after, or else I would have gladly paid $20 for my $11 beer.
Oh, you're paying for it in another way.
Yes, exactly. And shame, I've paid for it. All right. So that was for me, that was just a really special meetup for me.
I noticed you covered over the fact that I'd already met some geeks on the Thursday night, but we'll go back to that in a minute.
Oh yes, we got to go back to that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes.
I know you were trying to ignore it.
No.
Yeah, no, it was lovely, wasn't it? I mean, I went in there and the manager guy come up and I said, look, I'm on the dining plan. They've only just started taking the dining plan there.
Yeah.
But my advice to you, if you are on a dining plan, don't avoid Wine Bar George. Use it. It was really good. I had a charcuterie board that I was trying to defend from two halves. I was sat next to you and Deborah. So I had two people either side of me looking at my charcuterie board.
I don't think I snuck. Yeah, I don't. I'm famous for charcuterie boards.
You didn't get anything. You didn't get anything.
I don't think. I'd eaten before I got there.
Deborah had these macaroni cheese balls. What else did you have? Chicken skewers, and she loved those. And she's not that an adventurous eater, and they were really nice. But she did have a bit of my charcuterie board as well, didn't she?
Did that count?
Bit she's saying.
Did that count as does that count as an entree?
Well, the thing with Wine by George, he come out and explained it to me. It's a bit complicated, but it works out quite good. You could have, I think she was having two starters as a main. I was having a charcuterie board, which was one main.
Okay.
Yeah, one entree.
Yeah.
But you could have another entree to share, and that would be the two credits.
All right.
So you'd share it between you. So it is a little bit different to most menus, but it was good. And we didn't think about a dessert.
I love this. I love this option because it's kind of a bar place to go up. You're going up there for the wine or the drinks, but if you're on the meal plan, I didn't realize this was on the meal plan. That was a great learning experience. And what you guys, I think Deirdre and Wendy had food too on their plans, and I thought it was, I thought the atmosphere, I thought it was going to be kind of a stuffy, uppity kind of place, but it was very warm.
Right, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we were up. I think people had told us this before, to go upstairs. Of course, we kind of took over the upstairs piece, even with the small group we had. Because we had AJ showed up there. We had Mom, Judy. No, Mama didn't show up there.
Mom wasn't there.
No, it was Ken and Judy and me and Rob and Katie. And then we also had Jenna and her husband that we talked about before.
That's right. Yeah, Jenna and Matt. Yeah, and we had Wendy and Deirdre there.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Oh no,
I think that was
Glenn showed up too. Glenn Kessler was there.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, he was, wasn't he? Yeah, it's difficult to keep up with it. But the guy, I'm getting a little sorry. I don't know why she just doesn't talk to us. But anyway, yeah, it was really good. A really good evening that was. But you were hanging by the end of it, weren't you? You were really struggling. I mean, Ken was the first to fall by the wayside, then Judy, and then you and Judy left together, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, it was about 10 o'clock. So, I had...
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was late.
And, I was holding up pretty good, but I wanted to not, kill myself so I could get up early in the morning and go to Matt. We had big plans for Saturday morning and all day Saturday. I didn't want to kill myself. And it was a long walk. And I had about 50 pounds of English chocolate and other goodies to carry it seemed like for an hour trek to the buses, which were late. And so I was more exhausted because of the trip I took back to my resort for the first time.
My strategy for this this trip to offload whatever stuff I'd taken as early in the holidays as I possibly could.
And AJ brought tons of stuff too, like you, for the ladies, and I had goodie bags and massive shopping bags to bring back for Mom. I didn't even know what I had. I didn't know what I had for probably till I got home. Yeah, well, that was a really special fun. I got to meet you. I got to meet Deborah and AJ. I'm just calling her an angel. I had not a lot of correspondence with her in the past. She is an absolute sweetheart, and your wife is a sweetheart. And then also, well, you're a sweetheart too. But I got to meet Glenn. I got to meet Glenn too, and so it was just really special for me. But I was extremely jealous. We should have probably talked about this first, but on the first geek meet was Thursday night, wasn't it?
Well, I suppose
official.
On the Wednesday evening, Tony McDaniels messaged me saying he was in Magic Kingdom, so I went into Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
and met up with Tony McDaniels. So that was great because Tony was the first person I was on the podcast with the first time I came on. Myself, you, and Tony.
Wow.
So yeah, it was really nice to meet him, and we went on Space Mountain together.
Awesome.
Which was really, really special. And we watched the fireworks. And it was packed that night because it was one of the few nights there wasn't a party on. So it was really busy. So I wanted to buy him ice cream, but we're going to have ice cream, and the queue was just out the door. You couldn't even get near the ice cream parlor. So we left. But I'm just saying that because what I like to do is I like to know where I'm going when I go somewhere. So I did a recce. I walked from Magic Kingdom to Bay Lake Tower, went up to Bay Lake Tower, up to the top of the World Lounge, thought, I'll grab myself a drink.
Yep.
I got my wallet out and I had $4. And you ain't getting nothing in the top of the World Lounge for $4.
Maybe a glass of water.
And we just moved to Animal Kingdom Lodge, so wasn't sure if I could charge any back in the room. So I just literally walked around the balcony, through the lounge and back down. And said to the girl when I came out of the elevator, she said, "You didn't stay long." I said, "I only had $4." She said, "Well, there's water up there. You could have had infused water up there." I said, "No, I just wanted." And I explained to her that the next night we were coming and we were going to meet up, and there was going to be maybe 10 or 12 of them, something like that.
All right.
And she said, "Well, you can bring up 8 as your guests, but if you see me, it'd be okay." And I said, "Well, I think half of them are DVC members anyway, so it won't be an issue."
Right.
And it wasn't.
Right.
So we, so the Thursday evening I got a Uber over directly from Kidani over to Bay Lake Tower. And that's the first time I've used Uber this holiday. And it's my new favourite thing.
I noticed that from all
really well.
I noticed that from all our listeners, especially during this last trip. Man, you guys were Ubering all over the place.
Well,
I nearly got killed on it. I only nearly got killed on one. I'll tell you, going from Wilderness Lodge to Epcot, but
it can be a bit hit and miss. But we couldn't get Lyft because for some reason I have a multi-currency account and a card, so I can pay my DVC dues without getting charged, and they didn't like the card. Lyft wouldn't recognise the card for some reason,
Oh.
but Uber were fine with it.
All right.
So I just used Uber.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went over. Hello, Siri's starting to talk to me now for some reason. Go away, girl. Yeah. Right. Okay. She's quiet now. Yeah. So we Ubered over and we got. I think it was supposed to be 7:30 or something, wasn't it? 7 o'clock or something.
All right. So let's talk about this meetup that I am so jealous I was not at. I'm killing myself, and you guys, of course, were teasing me, I think, too.
Oh yeah, we were ripping
Top of the
apart, weren't we?
You know, I've never
Top of the World Lounge.
Top of the World Lounge. You know what? I can't. Well, I can say I've had a drink up there. I had champagne. We had an event that was part of a wave dinner, and we went up there to see fireworks. It was part of a DVC event, and so I've done that. But I've not been up there and had drinks with friends like you have.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's a nice perk to have. Oh my god, man.
That would be a great. You know, thinking about I just had a thought. Really, that would be a great place to have an official meetup with a lot of people. If we went up there kind of early too, we probably could own the place.
Yeah, it's not massive, but I mean, we just there's a bar to one side, and there's chairs around the outside, and then there's a sort of clump of chairs in the middle. Is the best way I can describe it, and I'm not.
Yeah.
And we just basically just own that middle section. I mean, Judy'd been up there and scoped it out, or whatever she'd done. I don't know, because I didn't get there till late. I think the only person that arrived after me was Tony. Came up.
Nice.
A little bit after we went there, but yeah,
and
yeah, it was really good.
So Judy had just she drove all the way from Connecticut, and that was her first meetup with you guys, Judy and Ken.
Yeah, she wasn't even staying at Disney World then. She was staying at a hotel off-site.
Yep.
That night.
First night, right.
So I think it's a clever trick to do. I'm considering staying off-site the first couple of nights we arrive next time we come, because we're so jet-lagged and tired.
Yeah, you get in late.
Paying all that money up.
Yeah, she got there.
Getting in at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, so why pay Disney price for that first night, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good, wise move. Yeah, So
who was there?
We got there and everybody. Right. Okay. Deirdre, who we'd already met from the Halloween party. Wendy, we hadn't met. Obviously, Judy, Ken, Jeff, and Glenn Kessler. Rob Madeiri, Katie Madeiri. Oh, I hope I'm not missing anybody.
It sounds.
Oh, Heather, and
Rich were there.
Rich.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Heather and Rich were there. Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Okay, I gotta look back at the picture. That's a great.
I hate myself. I forgot those. I think
that's a great picture.
I don't think I've got. I think I've got a picture from there.
Oh,
I was looking.
There were some videos and stuff. We can get you one. I think. Yeah, that's the one where Glenn had his arms wide open and everybody's behind him. I'm pretty sure. I heard Glenn jumped. I heard, was it Glenn that jumped on the couch or something when he came in? He was full of energy.
Glenn's like a little puppy, isn't he?
He's got a lot of energy, like a young pup.
He's like a 10-week-old puppy, isn't he? Overexcited and.
Oh, we love him.
Yeah, we love the bloke. Yeah,
that's
about the best way I can describe him.
You can understand why I was a little bit jealous. I hadn't even arrived yet, and I'm preparing. That was the night before I was getting ready to leave. So, the height of my jealousy was that night, seeing you guys doing. I think we probably did some Facebook Live or something. I saw some videos come out of that and pictures.
Yeah, I'm just looking, and I haven't got anything from there at all. So
we gotta get you that.
Yeah, no, I gotta get something like that to plonk in. I've got a lovely picture of me and Glenn in the restaurant at Avatar.
Oh, okay.
Because that was the first place I met him earlier that day. We were having lunch there.
Oh,
he messaged me, "Well, where are you?" And I just sent him a photograph of the boa. Is it boa buns? A little buns you can get. taste like beef hamburgers.
Oh, is that, you mean in the Satuli Canteen?
Canteen.
Oh, okay.
Yes, to the canteen. I just sent him a picture of that, and he knew from that where I was.
All right.
And he came with his brother, and his brother was just basically there to calm him down. I think that was the whole his philosophy of the whole trip, was to try and keep him under control.
Jeff is a great guy too. I never really.
Oh yeah,
he was awesome, and I enjoyed. I met him first before I met Glenn. I saw Kevin at the World Showcase. I'm Kevin. I saw Jeff at the World Showcase, and we had some fun chatting and having a few drinks and food around the World Showcase. The first day I arrived too. So awesome.
Well, I arrived there and I managed to at the top of the World Lounge, and so I managed to offload to Judy a load of Quality Street.
Yeah.
I think I offloaded chocolate for Margita to her.
All right.
And some did I give you your bottle openers, or did I? Yeah, I think I gave you
at the Wine Bar George
in person. Yeah, I gave it a Wine Bar George. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and Rob Madeira and Kate Madeira had a few bits. This is where people have to realise my memory problem I've got. I remember certain details, and Heather was the first person to suffer this on the trip, because I bought her a tin of tea.
Oh.
Tea leaves because I remember her saying once to me that she had an actual tea strainer.
Oh,
she used. She didn't use tea bags. She used leaf tea in I think it was a strainer, or whether it's one of those new things that you put in to make tea with. But anyway, so I bought her a tin of tea because with her health issues, she can't have a lot of sugar and stuff. So I bought her that, and I still forced some chocolate on her, but there you go.
Well, that's an epic meetup to meet. You met Auntie Judy for the first time.
Yeah, meeting Auntie Judy, who basically just was passing out keychains, key rings to everybody that passed, whether they were a geek or not. I think. Yeah. In the top of the World Lounge.
Well, I can report we passed out 100 keychains, 100 magnets, and also I had my buttons. I think I came home with 8 of those.
And of course, then I handed out my I met Kevin first buttons. At the
That's right. I laughed. You had what, 6 of those?
Right. The story is, Dave Youngwood, I contacted him and said, I was talking about trying to get these buttons made up.
Yeah.
You call them buttons, I call them badges, but anyway. Hey ho. So he said, I can get you 100. I said, I'm not going to need 100.
You better not.
Local friend.
You better not meet 100 people before you met me.
So a local friend of mine, Tom, who, funny enough, who I mentioned earlier, he said to me, we could make you a cup. We could make you some up. We've got some blanks. Bring a picture over and we'll make you some up. So I went over there to his house. I took a photograph and put a graphic on it. I think I put on there, I met Kev before Curtis or something like that, didn't I?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. And it's a picture of me that EJ caused my album cover.
Okay.
I took it in front of a pub in Sanford-on-Thames, where I used to live, and I'm looking off to the side, all sort of arty, you know.
I had to look at that button more than once to say, did he really make up buttons to say I met Kev before Curtis? I thought that was the funniest thing. I couldn't get over that one. That was.
So we went over there.
I never got one, by the way. I never got one.
We started making these buttons up, and he went, "Oh no, I've only got 6 blanks." So that's why we only had 6. I wanted about a dozen, because I thought I might meet
you probably did.
An impact around a dozen people there going.
You probably did, yeah.
But yeah, it was funny. Wasn't it?
Well, part of the inside joke too is Auntie Judy. It seems that I can remember when we were staying at Bay Lake Tower, there were a couple of geeks that were staying. Susan was one, and Jen Batchelder was another one. And she would come up to the room and she goes, I just met Susan Cox. I was like, You did? Oh, that's awesome. And then like the next day, I just met Jen Batchelder in the elevator. It's like, why do you keep meeting people before I do? And so that's kind of
Michelle Young.
Michelle Young. Yeah, she met Michelle. So it's been this thing that we tease each other about. So that was kind of the inside joke. I think, Kevin, you drew inspiration from.
Yeah.
I love it.
Of course, Judy got one.
Yes, of course. Yeah, of course she got one. She met Glenn first too. She met Glenn before me. And too.
So that was it. We didn't, because it was a Halloween party evening. We didn't think we'd see the fireworks but we were still there at 10:00 at night.
Oh.
So we did see. We went out and we watched the fireworks on the balcony.
Awesome.
That's a fabulous thing to be able to do. Stand up there and watch it.
Brilliant, so, as we say.
We watched the fireworks. Obviously, when we were with Deirdre and the party, I'd watched the original fireworks with Tony on the Wednesday, and then to watch the fireworks again on the Thursday from the tower. It was fantastic. So I watched Magic Kingdom fireworks 3 times in nearly as many in 4 days, I think.
Oh,
which is as many times as I've watched the fireworks, I think.
Cool. Well, another food thing that's popping up in my mind, Kev, was you were at the breakfast too. We did a Be Our Guest breakfast. You know, another thing I want to say to you too, and I'll cover this when Wendy. I am just so blessed for the people in this community. There's so many different ways. This G3, was you were a catalyst to do this thing, but so many people just organically set up something and did something, on their own. I didn't orchestrate it. People like you and Glenn and our sisters, Jackie and Selena, and then I'm not sure who put together the Be Our Guest breakfast, but how brilliant was that?
I think it was suggested by Glenn, who didn't go.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Rob, but I wasn't sure.
No, I think what happened was Glenn suggested it as a way of getting into the Magic Kingdom early.
Yeah, right. It's one of our...
Before they did these early magic hours we even set up.
Yeah. It's one of our tricks.
But going back to me liking to do dry runs on things or to scope things out, I booked a Be Our Guest breakfast on the Saturday morning the week before.
Oh.
And that was our first day in the parks that Saturday, and we'd gone to Be Our Guest in the pouring rain. I mean, torrential rain. It was a day that tropical storm came through, and you were nagging me for a photograph in front of the castle, and it was. At one stage you couldn't have had a photograph taken in front of the castle because you couldn't see it. The rain was so heavy.
Well, we've
gone to Be Our Guest that day.
Just to cover that topic.
So
I wanted you to be my geek of the week. I was giving away an 8x10 photo for the last, every week I had 50 days that I did a countdown on our Facebook book. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't come up with this idea till the last week. I was like, oh, Kevin can be my geek of the week. And I could get a picture made. He'll have pictures because you were down there and you were posting lots of great pictures, but every time I tried to go to one of these sites, it would say the resolution was poor. So then I wanted to surprise you with the picture when I came down. But then I was like, Kev, will you just send me one of those PhotoPass pictures that you like, and I'll use that. Yeah, and you couldn't get a good one. You couldn't get one in front of the castle at the time, I think you were saying.
Couldn't get one in front of the castle on Saturday. On the Monday, we went in the afternoon early, about, I don't know, half 3 or something like that. I'd set up all the fast passes so they were later in the afternoon. So before I set all my 3 fast passes up before the party started. So we got to go on all the rides, three rides before the party started, and then we could, do the party. I decided that we wouldn't really dress up. I grayed my hair up with some wax and my beard, and I wore a skeleton t-shirt, button-up shirt, and I did actually wear sleeve tattoos.
Oh, okay.
but I wasn't wearing. I put them on, and they were so hot. It was so hot with them on. I I took them off and didn't put them on until the evening.
Yeah.
So the actual picture you did for me, I haven't got the tattoo sleeves on.
I believe that. Yeah. The weather was extremely, hot for even that time of year. Yeah, humid. Yeah.
It was humid that
They broke a record that Halloween night, they said. They were like from 1922, I think it was, we broke a record for heat. So, Halloween day.
Although I think the weather, apart from the weather, was really nice. Until last week, it seemed hot.
It rained that first day I was there. It rained on and off that first time annoyingly. That first Friday I was there.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
I was so much looking forward to this recording and listening back to it. It's been so much fun. We did talk for like way over 2 hours, and but I had to break this up into 2 episodes. And so you have to wait till you hear the second half, and I'm gonna give you a little teaser for you're gonna hear in the one coming up. Listen to this.
But I understand you saw a couple of homeless people in Magic Kingdom that day.
Well, tell the story from your perspective, because Glenn actually has already told the story. I think we had a round table with him. But I happened upon this after they found you, the homeless people. Well,
me and Deborah didn't want to run around the park and try and get on every ride, because Deborah's not big on rides anyway, and I just wanted to enjoy the day and watch everybody else enjoy themselves, really. So I didn't plan to do that. So we did, we went off and did a few bits on our own, and we met up with, as we bumped into geeks, because you see them walk around the corner, and every time we walked around the corner there was another couple of geeks doing something. So it was fine, it was great.
Yeah.
So we got a bit hungry, and I said, Deborah, I said, let's go and get a snack. So I'd heard about this pineapple upside down pudding.
Yeah.
Upside down cake, we call it in the UK.
Yep.
With Dole Whip on top. So we go and get that, and I can't even remember where you get it from, but we went and got it, and everybody was sat down in the sun eating it on a little wall. And then to the left of that, there was a nice shady spot where no one sat in it, but there was nowhere to sit other than the floor.
Yeah.
I'm not proud. So me and Deborah squatted down on the floor. We got a couple of spoons and we started eating this ice cream. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
It's on my photograph on my broken phone.
All right.
So we're eating that, and the doors open from, is it Phila Magic?
No.
You came up, it's not Phila Magic.
It's the Tiki Room.
It's Tiki Room. That's right, the Tiki Room. I've not been for 7 years.
I'm still training you. I'm still training you.
Yeah. So the Tiki Room opened, and out came Judy and Margita and Ken, and we're sat there eating this, and then Judy must have spotted me and shouted at me or something, and then all of a sudden at one stage we just completely blocked the exit of the Tiki Room. All the geeks were sat there. I don't know. I was quite so surprised, really. I mean, it's only a big park. I didn't expect to bump into all of you. But, everyone took that quite funny that me and Deborah were sat there sharing this this dessert.
And, Lloyd...
I really enjoyed, to be honest. I'd have ate it on my own, but, share alike.
Glenn tells a story when he came out of the doors. He looked and went, boy, that's a funny place for some guests to be sitting. And then it was dark in there when you came up, and probably his eyes trying to adjust, and he went, hey, wait, that's Kevin and Deborah. They're with us.
Well, I think the reason everyone was sat on the... Are you still with us?
Yeah.
Everyone was sat on the little wall, but that was in the sun.
Right.
And to the side we were sat was in the shade. And obviously Deborah looks out for the shade being so fair-skinned, so we sat over there. It was quite warm that day, so... That
was a funny story.
To preserve the ice cream.
I went off trying to give it my best go with the Kessler Run. That's why I wasn't there. But I don't know how I wandered about and come out and found you guys too. Maybe it was through the messenger or something, but... That is so much fun. Kevin tells some great stories, and he's got more for you next week. So come back, listen next Monday to the continuation and the finish of my recording of the trip report with Kevin Curtis Allen. I've listen to about 10, 15 minutes of this next episode. It's going to start off with the Be Our Guest breakfast with a bunch of the geeks that were there. He's got a fun Daisy meetup. You'll get that Dole Whip story. And then the first time we meet Chris Cates is also there, and much more. So come back next week to finish off Kevin Curtis Allen's trip report. All right, let's talk about some more geeks. I want to do a couple of shout outs to some of our new listeners, some new people into our private Facebook group. When these guys come in, they answer a few questions for us, which I get some great questions. So I want to cover this one's from Jill Jetton. Welcome, Jill, to the Geekin' family. The first question was, what's a topic about Disney World you'd love to have us cover on the podcast? And she says, I have only just begun following the podcast, and it is great. I would love to hear an in-depth conversation about the Disney World after hours events. Funny enough, I did ask that question, and I'm doing something that I want to be more consistent on, which is coming on Facebook Live in our group, in our private group. I had EJ Cruz and Jennifer Galambos, our fellow travel agents, came on with me this past Thursday. So that recording is in the Facebook group. So if you want to hear more about this conversation with EJ and Jen, go over there. Jill, you can listen to that full recording. It's out there. In my perspective of the after hours events, from doing it myself and from others that I've had on the podcast, these after hours events, I'm thinking of especially the one in Magic Kingdom, but they have them in all the parks. I think they are absolutely fantastic because most of the time, now you're going to pay a premium for that, but you do get lower crowds and an opportunity to do lots of rides. Sometimes they have food events. I know when I did there, it was all the Mickey ice cream bars that you could eat and all the popcorn and drinks and sodas that you could do. So that was really fun, but you do get a chance to really get a time in the park when it's kind of empty and see a lot of things, which is different than if you go to the Halloween party or the Christmas party. Those events are extremely well attended, almost too much, where folks have been complaining about that a little bit. So I would highly recommend those after hours events. Mom was just telling me we're signed up for one in Animal Kingdom, and I've done some of those before. When they had Animal Kingdom before the nighttime was available, Animal Kingdom, Lindsay and I did a Harambe Nights event there. So those are well loved by the Geekin' family, I can tell you, Jill. So definitely try one of those out if you can on your next trip to Disney World. Thanks for the question. Another shout out to Jessica Jablo. Jessica, you came in and asked a question about what you'd like to hear us cover on the podcast, and yours was how to turn your significant other into a Disney trip fan. And Jennifer and EJ covered us. We covered this also on the Facebook Live on Thursday night, this past Thursday. So go back and listen to what their opinion was. And I can say, if we're talking about a man, your husband, I think there are definitely, I've been talking with people, a lot of times they think that this trip to Disney World is all about the kids, and they don't realize there's so many fun adult things to do. I mean, right now, as we go without the kids most of the time, because my kids are all grown up, I go big time for the food and the drink. And Disney Springs has really upped their game. There's so many fantastic restaurants and entertainment that is adult oriented. I love World Showcase. I love the festivals. There's so many things. If you wanted, we have some geeks I know who love to go golfing. So there's lots of things you could do besides the parks. And you know what, though? What you're going to find, you can talk to them about all of those things and so many fun things that you can do. Now with Star Wars, too. I think a lot of us that were in that generation love to go see the Star Wars land, especially. But they're going to fall into the feeling and the special service that Disney brings and the resorts. And if they've never been before, I think anyone, you got to have a pretty cold heart to not warm up to the charm of Disney World. And so, I would talk about all those adult things with them, and then you'll find they are going to love, and they're going to love it that you love Disney World, and that if you have the kids, to see the parks through their eyes too. So those are some of my thoughts on your question. Jessica, thanks for the question. One more shout out to a new person into our private Facebook group, John Flynn. Hey, John, thanks for your question about resort hopping. Yeah, that is when we first went to Disney World for the first time with a family, I didn't know about these deluxe resorts and how awesome they were. I didn't even know they had restaurants that were so fantastic. And in my opinion, they're some of the best restaurants on property. So you got to go check out the deluxe resorts, and even the moderate resorts, they have some great restaurants too. Or even if you want to try some of the food courts at the other value resorts, some of them have a magic menu, like over at the Music. I would go over there just to try that. Or the Art of Animation has a great food court. So yeah, the resort hopping I think is great. People love it at Christmas time to see the decorations and the gingerbread houses. There's those reasons. You know, the lounges. Oh my gosh, the lounges have some great food options too, and you can have some great specialty drinks. The Polynesian's one of my favorite, of course. That's got the poly feel. It's the tropics, and you could do Trader Sam's over there. Yeah, there's so many great options at the resorts, and they're so beautiful and unbelievable. So you got to go over there and check out those resorts. One of the famous things that, of course, everyone likes to do is the monorail crawl. So you can try the Tambu Lounge over at the Polynesian, and now they have a new lounge. Well, it's not really new. It used to be Meisner's over the Grand Floridian. Go check out how they reimagined that lounge, and then end up over at the Contemporary. And so there's so many great places to try. Have a meal. I love the Contempo Cafe. Even the quick services are fun to try, and just check out those amazing deluxe resorts. So thanks for the question, John, and welcome to the Geekin' family. This week, I do plan to go back on live. Usually I'm going to do it Thursday nights, but with Thanksgiving this week, I think I'm going to try for Friday. So stay in the private Facebook group. Look for my announcement when I'm going to go live. I'll try to bring on some new geeks into the conversation. I'll have a topic that we will discuss, just like these ones that are coming from listeners. I'd love to discuss those topics. If you've got a question, you can post it in the Facebook group, and we will cover them during the live Facebook discussion. And it's kind of fun now. I can bring on 3 or 4 of my super geek friends and have a great conversation about Disney World. You'll learn some new things, and you can chat along as even ask more questions as we're in there. So that's going to something I'm going to be doing more consistently in the coming months. Did you like our intro? That was live from Walt Disney World at the G3. That was Deirdre Watts, Auntie Judy, and Mama they were in the Soarin' line. Mom had a little problem. She had to leave the Soarin' line. We did end up riding it twice because of this little issue that she had. She came back and we got another fast pass and did Soarin' again. But we did a couple intros. I'll be playing those in the coming weeks on the podcast from the G3. But I'd love it if you could create one for us. You can use your iPhone or Android phone and you can do it as a video. Just record a fun intro for us, and I'd love playing it for you guys. I can suggest the format to use would be to tell us your name, where you're from, a fun Disney World fact about yourself, and then you go geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole Geekin' family. Send those to me at kurt.stone@geekin on wdw.com. Been talking about the private Facebook group. I love to post every single day in there and have you guys comment. Monday, I post the latest podcast episode. On Tuesday, I do the geek tip of the week. Wednesday, I post about a snack. Thursday is the drink. Friday is foodie day. Saturday, I pick a favorite picture. I got so much content from the October trip. And of course, Sunday then is the geek of the week. And anyone who's been commenting in the Facebook group, I'm looking for great comments. And you may win a Geekin' on WDW magnet that I'll mail to you. All right, so join the private Facebook group, engage with us there, and you may win a Geekin' on WDW magnet, which is really cool for me. You guys post your pictures in there of your fridge magnets. And this week's Geek of the Week is going to be Jeanette Lynn. Now, Jeanette, I forgot to give you a shout out last week, and I so apologize. Jeanette won a great honor, and I love giving a shout out when our geeks do something really cool, and she is Nurse of the Year. How cool is that? Our super geeks are so amazing. Their character is just unbelievable. They're so positive, and they're doing great things in the community too. So Jeanette, that is an awesome honor. Nurse of the Year. I'm going to send you a Geekin' on WDW magnet. And I hope you enjoy that, Jeanette. I've met Jeanette in the parks, and she's so awesome. So Jeanette, you are Geek of the Week. Congratulations. Well, we've been doing this podcast for over 5 years. We've got some great community here, the Geekin' family, and they surprised me at the 5-year anniversary. They just did this on their own. They helped boost up the patreon.com account. And Patreon is a place where you can pledge a monthly donation to the show. And it's really exciting to me that this organically happened. I want to thank Glenn Kessler. let's hear what Glenn Kessler says about patreon.com.
Hey geeks, Glenn Kessler here from Maryland. I wanted to let you know that if you enjoy the podcast and Facebook community as much as I do, there's something you can do to say thank you and help ensure that both continue. We know Kurt's not the kind of person to ask for anything, so I'm happy to ask on behalf of all of those whose lives are enriched by having fun Disney content delivered to us through the podcast each week, a safe and positive Facebook group to share our Disney thoughts, and new friends constantly forming through this lovely community. So if you feel like I do, you can donate to the podcast through Patreon. There, you'll be able to set up monthly donations or a one-time gift. Every little bit helps to defray the cost of the podcast or bring extra content our way. Just go to patreon.com. That's Patreon, and search Geekin' on WDW. Thanks, geeks. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much, Glenn. And currently we've got 30 Patreons. It's so amazing. It's awesome. They're donating like $5, $10, and even $20 per month. I got someone doing $15 a month. Thank you so much. It's been just so awesome. And if you guys want to support Glenn, go out to glennkessler.com. He's got some great prints. He's an artist, and I love it when you guys support Glenn too. Thank you to all the Patreons of the podcast. And, if you want to support us, there's one other way. If you're planning a Disney trip, you can book that trip with us. Mama, Auntie Judy, EJ Cruz, and Jennifer Galambos. We're authorized Disney planning agency through Fairy Tale Concierge. You can email Mama and Judy at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. EJ and Jennifer, they're on their little Dole Whips Facebook page. You can find them. It's really exciting that Fairy Tale Concierge, we just learned, has been given the platinum status. That is the highest status you can have as a Disney planning agency. We're so proud of that, and we've won it because we're doing pretty good in sales, apparently, as an agency. That's one of the criteria, and we give great service. We've been recognized by Disney as a platinum agency. We're very proud of that, and if you would like to take advantage of all of our knowledge, just contact us. I love it when our listeners trust us. Contact Mom and Judy and get on the phone. They love talking Disney World all day long. They love booking your ADRs and your fast passes and help you come up with a great plan. It's such a great team. We know all of that technical stuff because of our agency, because of our personal knowledge, and we can help you with lots of little things. Let us be part of your team. Some of the best ways that people support us is when they do a bounce back. They don't always put that little card underneath your door, but it is one of the best discounts you can get from Disney World. When you're down at Disney World before you leave, before midnight of your checkout, give them a call, or we can give them a call for you. We have the phone number. Check in with us. That is a great deal if you're going to go back the following year. So look for that. And also, if you've already booked your trip, but it's been within the last 30 days, you just found us, you're like, oh, I wish I could get some of that awesome travel agent knowledge for my trip. You got to have a plan. You got to have a plan when you go to Disney World, so we can help you with all that. If you've booked within the last 30 days, you can transfer your booking over to us. So even though if you like planning, and I hear that all the time, well, I like doing my planning, Curtis. Well, you can still do all of your planning if you want and just get a few tips and have fun discussions with us, but transfer that over to us and we'd get credit for it, and we really appreciate it. Hey, if you got any questions for me, please email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. I love hearing from you all. I have a goal to talk to you guys individually. I love listening and talking to listeners, so come on, give me a shout out. We can get onto Skype or a phone call. We can review your trip, whatever you like. Any questions for me, I'd love to chat with you on Skype, FaceTime, whatever. It gives great insights for me about the podcast. I might ask you what you like about the podcast. I might ask you if you could give me some questions that I could review on the podcast. So definitely give me a shout out. I'd love to hear from you. And it's Thanksgiving week. I'm so excited. I'm going to have a little more time off. I'm taking a few days off. I still got some vacation days left before the end of the year. So I'm excited about spending time with family. I hope you are too. And I wish you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving here in the U.S. And as always, thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day. And I hope all your dreams come true.